Cheers! Welcome to my channel. This is a bonus full moon for the month of December, the 4th to be exact, tarot oracle reading. And Scorpio, you are the star of this astrological insight. If your sun sign is not Scorpio, we still all have a little bit of Scorpio in us. If you have your birth chart, which house is Scorpio in? That is where this energy will show up for you. My goal is to provide valuable information to empower you. I've already shuffled the cards and I have washed them, and now I'm just giving them a quick cut here. And we will take the energy off the bottom of the deck to see what the underlying energy for the reading is. And we have Justice. So Justice is here. Justice has been showing up quite a bit in the last little bit. So Justice can be justice in the spiritual realm and justice right here on the 3D in the world. Like, it can actually represent legal justice, actual like court justice on the earth. And also it could indicate that spiritual court is in session. And so she's sitting on her throne and she's caught between these two pillars. And these two pillars are representing extremes. And what Justice is saying, you have justice when you can become neutral within yourself to two extremes. So like, you're not going to react, you're going to respond. And that's what justice is about. So if you can become neutral to either end of the spectrum, then you can be neutral to everything that's in between. The veil behind her represents the fact that this is justice for the earth, and it's also justice in the spiritual realm. So we're going to get some justice here. And we have, yes, there's been a situation that's definitely, bang, coming to an end. This is talking about the end of a cycle. It looks really scary. I mean, this person clearly has been, stabbed in the back and left for unalive. And it looks really bleak. But his hand is in the form of a blessing, like the Hierophant, and the Hierophant represents spiritual and traditional on the earth justice. So it represents court. This definitely is coming up. Court is in session, Scorpio. And so this person is actually looking into the horizon there, and you see the sun is either setting or rising depending on the situation. So this could have been in the past, present, or future. But this card sometimes represents a blessing in disguise. And this is the underlying energy for the what ifs. And in my in the spread that I'm using for these astrological insights, we have we're working right now on the internal dynamics and the boundaries that these are things that you can control, that are in your control. They come from within you. They're when you're lying awake at night and you're wondering, what if this happens? What if that happens? This is to calm the what ifs. So let's see what's going on here. All right, so we have a situation where someone planted seeds, and the Six of Pentacles represents, you plant the seeds and then you give and then you take when the harvest comes. It's also a card that is saying you need to know when to give, when to take, and then there's a scale in the hand, and that represents justice also. And this energy is saying that you need to, like this beggar is receiving coin, and this one isn't, because this one already has something in their pocket. And they don't need the coin like this one does. So this is about having a really good sense for who to give to, who to take from, who to hire, who not to hire, who to tell your plans to, who not to tell your plans to, who to include at your Thanksgiving dinner, and who not to include at your Thanksgiving dinner. Just that kind of energy. This is a little bit late by the time it comes out, but I'm just extending good wishes to all of my American neighbors that are celebrating Thanksgiving today. I hope you're having a lot of fun. And there we have the Fool. And so the Fool, like this is saying, the days of not knowing how much to give or take or allowing it to be taken from you are over. Justice is here, and the Fool is on his journey. And so the Fool is the first card in the major arcana, and the Fool goes out on his way, and either he's going to take a foolish path, which would be a path of not in alignment with what he was put on earth for, or he is taking a path that is foolhardy, and this is his destiny. So we'll see if this Fool is the person laying here, or the person that put this, or the persons that put this person here. And then we have the Ten of Pentacles coming in. So the Ten of Pentacles is the most pentacles you can get. So clearly there was a harvest here, but perhaps the harvest that was stolen, or the harvest was, taken by someone who, stolen, not by someone who didn't belong. And it's putting the wrong person or persons on this journey. Generally, if there's this many knives or swords in the back, it's basically usually more than one person, but it could be someone who is very dedicated. But what you see, we have the 10 here, and we have the 10 here. And so this is saying that whatever seeds you planted, the harvest is really good. This is showing like some, pentacles are not just about money. Pentacles are about wealth, health, happiness, like having the home in a good neighborhood, being able to have time to stop and chat with your neighbors, and you have like an energy of like having pets and that whole, like a big happy family energy. Victory. So this card, the Six of Wands, represents someone who's gone to battle and they have won. So whatever this justice is coming in, this person is having what was taken from them returned to them. That's what's happening. This is the end of the cycle. There's not going to be any more of this energy of being able to take from this person. This person has gone to battle and they've returned, and they have been victorious. This is a card of victory. And this is saying that in this energy, the reason why you would have this good of result is really taking control of these inner dynamics that are causing and putting up strong boundaries so that you don't react, you respond. And this is what builds a leader. And so we have some people here that they're all recognizing this person is a leader now, but some of them are happy about it and some of them aren't. That's what it's representing. And we have this action. There's been a message or some communication that's come in. The Knight of Wands is a rebel with a cause. It's someone that is riding in, and he too is reining in his emotions. The horses represent not letting your emotions like run away with you. And so he's reining in his emotions, but he is definitely on purpose, and he's wearing this yellow tunic, which with the salamanders on it. And this is all the face cards of the wands representing fire have these salamanders on them, except for the queen, because she is the fire. But this is protection from fire, and he's got a real big red bloom on his helmet, and this represents someone that can be really fiery. This is someone that has a lot of passion and loves to travel and has that energy of, this is like sort of representing that Sagittarius energy, the centaur. And the pyramids here and the background are representing someone who loves to solve mysteries of the universe. Or this also is one of the wonders of the world. So this is speaking of someone that's well-traveled, and they are on a mission to bring in a message. So the message could be coming in by, in the old days, it would be the knight delivering the message to the royalty on a horse. But in this energy these days, this could actually be a woman that's in her masculine energy. And this could be like a phone call, a text, an email. It could be like a social post that you see giving you some information. So it's not like in the old days, most likely. It could be personal. It could come to your door. But it's more likely that it is probably one of the before that I mentioned, the newer forms of communication. And there we have it. So we have the wands. This is the Eight of Wands, and the Eight of Wands is all about conception. It's like the egg of life, and it says these wands have been launched and they're about to land, and that's saying that this justice is about to come in. Sometimes it can mean they were just launched, but I feel like no, these were launched and. The action has been taken, and the knight is coming in to inform us here in this reading that there has been some action taken. So this could be a class action lawsuit, or it could be like just action of the authorities taking action to right this, or it was just discovered, or maybe the energy is that, okay, they know that the authorities know that this has happened, and action is being taken to bring justice. And so the internal boundaries, like this represents your identity as being someone that wants to give and take, that wants to be fair. Life isn't fair, but you can be. And Scorpio energy is, it's very fiery like this. It's very passionate. The energy is like the Scorpio energy is a sexual gladiator of the zodiac, basically. Someone who's very charismatic and has a way with words, and also takes action, like someone that doesn't just sit around and let shift happen or wait for shift to happen. And so this is this energy, it's like that cycle has ended here, and now a new cycle has begun regarding this. I'm getting it's regarding quite a bit of money. It could be regarding a home. It could be like a probate lawyer saying someone passed and you're in their will. It could be that type of energy also. It could be so many things. It could be like that you were passed up for a position, and now they're coming back to you and saying, there was some miscommunication. Your application didn't arrive in the mail, and we just got it, and now we want you to come in for an interview. That kind of energy. And maybe that application was sent out at the beginning of the Mercury retrograde. When Mercury goes into retrograde, which we are in right now, and we're almost out of it, what happens is communication quite often gets garbled, and new energy quite often has to come back and then go forward again. It's just that type of energy. And so, but this is representing your early life. So I feel like this energy is about someone who has generational wealth. This isn't new money. This is old money that's been misplaced, or something's happened here. And then we have the victory. It's interesting because this represents your emotional foundation from your childhood. And I feel like this is actually overcoming it. This could be an energy, like this is communication coming in regarding, it's either from your family or about your family. And that's the energy that this is in. And this is all about the Knight of Wands. As I said, they're very visionary and creative, and but this energy, it can talk about like this being a romantic offer coming in also, or it could be something from the wand, you know, coming in, like there's a child coming in now, you just found out you were pregnant, that kind of energy. Or you have someone pregnant, and then because the conception card is here, and conception, well, I don't need to explain it, we're adults here. And then we have the health. So this is about daily routines and habits, okay? So this is about, this energy is like, it's kind of like the process of the systems it has started. Like, it's kind of like, once the system recognizes, hey, there's something wrong here, there could be some tax issues, you know, anything like that. When that happens, then the system starts, and the computers and the AI starts working, and, you know, the algorithm picks up, hey, there's a discrepancy here. And so the energy now, we're going to check, okay, we know these are the what ifs, so you have control over this part. And that I'm getting, the number one thing this is saying is justice is coming in, and that's a good thing for you if you're on the right side of the law. And so just don't react to anything, don't do anything, don't speak to, you know, like, don't get a lawyer if you need to, and let your lawyer do your talking for you, because this energy is kind of, it may have, like, there may be a lot more people know about this happening than you do, is what I'm getting, because it's about them. Yeah, and this is saying for the external boundaries, it's saying the position you're in, because that's what I was trying to pick up. Is this you, Scorpio? Or is this people that were around you? And this, because this is talking about having a strong foundation, selling yourself short. And this represents 3 levels of making money. And so they're standing on pentacles, so they've got a firm foundation on that. And there's a city in the background. So there's all sorts of energy and people, you know, like this looks like a big skyline. It looks like, you know, a larger city. So there's the population there to support whatever business or enterprise. And wands can quite often represent like entrepreneurial energy. And then this is attaining your heart's desires, like what you set out for. And then crowning glory is receiving even more than you thought. And so this energy is saying you have a strong foundation to deal with the external forces here. Yes, okay, so the Queen of Pentacles is coming in now. And the Queen of Pentacles, she's sitting on her throne, and she's looking at, she's focused on the pentacle. There's a lot of pentacles here. And she is, she's known to be someone that prefers quality over quantity. She doesn't just go out, like, this is like speaking about old money. People who have old money aren't flashy with their money, usually. A lot of people, you'd be surprised at how much money some people have, because they know it's better just to keep that to yourself. And they've been raised to understand the value of money because they've always had it. And they've been raised to understand that when you have a lot of money, you have a lot of responsibility. And that, you know, this definitely is coming up, like generational wealth, that you can build a legacy, or there was a legacy built. And it's got something, this justice or this information coming in is regarding this generational wealth. And here we have it. We have 3 people celebrating here. And a lot of readers will read this card as, oh, there's a celebration, people want to collaborate with you. But I just always get this like, energy from this card. This is like, for one thing, they're toasting each other, but no one's looking at each other. And the cups are regarding something you love, or something someone you love. And I feel like right here with all these pentacles here, and this sitting in the center, pentacle, 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 pentacle. And I feel like this is a love of money. And these people are celebrating because they feel like they have access to some money. And the thing is, if this was about love, none of them are looking at each other. They're looking at the cup, at what they love, not who they're in love with. That's how and in Europe, a lot of cultures, when you toast each other and you don't look each other in the eye, it causes 7 years of bad luck in your love life. So it just doesn't, it feels like they're celebrating something that is not, that is not part of them. That's what I'm getting. Fulfillment. So this is good. This card of fulfillment is coming in. You notice the difference in the color of the skies, right? So this is action, action, action. And then now we're back to this energy of the Fool on his journey. So I feel this is speaking about the Fool on their journey. So this energy can be the fulfillment of now this new cycle coming in. So I feel like there's some energy here talking about, like, this is just in the beginning stages of the justice, or it's been happening for a very long time, and now the court has made a decision, and that's coming out. And so, yeah, that's what this card represents, is the Fool now is going to receive fulfillment. This is a card, this can be a card of marriage. So this energy of the bad luck of the love life that doesn't belong to the Fool on his journey. So the Scorpio energy is, because this reading is about Scorpio, and the full moon coming up. So the full moon on December 4th is a Gemini full moon. And I just feel like the energy here is representing kind of that Gemini energy, where there's, a Gemini is sometimes accused of being like doing a 360 with their energy. Like they'll be happy 1 minute or 1 second, and then the next second they're happy again. But some people say to me, well, don't you mean a 180? No, I mean a 360. They go all the way from being happy to all the emotions in between, displaying them, and then coming back to smiling in your face and looking at you, and they do it very quickly. So this energy is like, I'm not talking, it's not even it's not like a personal energy of a person. It's about the adaptability of energy in the universe. Like when, how things, like, it could seem like, oh, this has been taking so long to get justice. And these people thought, oh, well, there's justice will never be served. Like, it's been years. This is talking about generational wealth. And then bang, all of a sudden, just like bang, overnight like that, the energy shifts into Gemini energy, where in a split second, everything changes. That's the energy I'm getting, is that what's been in the mix for a very long time is now presenting. And the fulfillment of all of these pentacles, this energy here, the actions or inactions that people have taken, is coming to roost, basically. And this card quite often represents marriage. So it could be, you know, it could be a marriage, an actual like romantic marriage, and there could have been a conception. This could be someone that's proposing marriage. There could be a lot of different energies here. It could also be like marriage is contracts. So it could be a contract coming in, an offer for a business contract or something like that. We have the energy of the Pentacle now, the Page of Pentacles. But you notice like all of the fulfillment, and it's still saying that this is the Fool on their journey, that's on a strong path. This is destiny for them. This energy is talking about this Fool having looked at the Pentacle, just like the Queen is looking at the Pentacle and adopted this attitude of the Queen, that and that's the message coming in, that the Queen doesn't just get money for no reason. Like she is known to be able to make something out of nothing, and so she she focuses on the pentacle so that she can get the most out of each dollar and be able to just create beauty out of nothing. And that this is what's coming in here, this energy of the pentacle, of old money, and knowing the value of a dollar and understanding that it's not about new money, and generational wealth. So this could be, and this has been coming up in the last few readings. I can't remember which ones, but like the exact precisely. But the energy is of generational wealth that was maybe confiscated or some sort of something like that. We have a situation like that going on in Canada right now regarding land in Canada. So it could be like that old, like it could be like, you know, it's been in the works for a long time, and now it's raising itself up to the surface, and there's a lot of information coming in about it, and justice is finally going to come into play. Oh, and look at that. We have the never-ending nightmare. So this energy and this energy is very similar. This has said that this never-ending nightmare is coming to us. This cycle for the Fool is coming to an end, but the never-ending nightmare for the people that were using the swords could be just starting. That's what's coming, and it feels to them now like, holy, this is a never-ending nightmare. Like every day there's more information coming out, and you know, it's not, this wrong is going to be righted, and who would have thought, because it happened over 100 years ago, kind of energy, but now, or even longer, right? So this energy is, okay, so this can say the nightmare is over because they got enlightenment, and that's the energy I'm feeling, because that's the underlying energy of this reading, that some sort of enlightenment came out regarding legalities, and that it's out in the open now. And what happened here, the backstabbing, is out in the open now, and there's nothing they can do to stop it. This energy is justice from above, and like from the spiritual realm for the ancestors, as well as for the descendants. And it's also justice, like it's the way the universe works. And this blanket here has like cosmic symbols on it, and they represent that, hey, the universe has you covered. So like in this energy, this is about commitment, marriage, partnerships that you get into. And this is about death of something. And that's why I feel like this is transformation. And so I feel like this energy is this energy. And as soon as this energy came out, and it talked about it's about money, and then the Fool's now on their new journey because of this justice. This represents the people that were unjust. And I feel like, and that's in that same position, death to at the end of a cycle. And then right away we have fulfillment. And this is in regards to energy coming in, that is, there's higher learning involved. The truth has come out, and this is all about being able to have access to this energy of, you know, having access now to this, which money is a tool, and money allows you to travel and do all, you know, it's that kind of energy. So we have 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this one should be here. We have one more to put here. Okay, and so this one here, so this is about having access to this money allows a lot more freedom and fulfillment. And they've already gone through the portal. They're already on that side. This is happening, is what it's saying. And then this is about career, reputation, public image. And so this is saying that this is going to be out in the open. This is a card of communication again, that this information regarding this money is now going to be available. And then it's about, this card usually means like blessings, friends, humanitarianism. Like it's kind of the energy of, I don't know, it could be it could be representing the judicial system stepping in, and that, it's really wild when you think about like something could have happened like a long time ago. But what happens a lot of the time is across the veil, the ancestors who are across the veil, they're not resting. They're not resting in peace. They want justice, and that's what's coming up. And then we have the emperor. Okay, so we have performance. So the emperor, quite often, the emperor is all four kings rolled into one. Someone who's highly respected for their business acumen, for their honesty, for their wisdom. So this could represent a judge or the judicial system in general, court proceedings, justice coming in. And the emperor is about performance. So it's what's coming in is that justice. This emperor is going to make sure that justice is here. And that's the emperor has his armor on underneath his robe, and he's going to make sure that what happened that was not on the up and up is going to be like court ordered or whatever. It could be a judgment. There's no judgment card in here. So this could be, it could be a judgment from a judge, or it could be the system. I feel like this is like the system performing, the algorithm, like now with all the AI that we have, it can pick up like inconsistencies in the algorithms that track down a lot of different things. This could be like the FBI, something like higher up like that kind of energy, like really high military, that kind of energy, having done a lot of research, and now they're bringing it out into the open. I want to see some more here. This feels like it's more than like just a family. It feels like it's like something like big, like around the world, that's going to affect a lot of people, or it could affect all the people in a family, or it could affect families in general, like the average person. So it's just feeling like it's kind of a big deal is what's coming up. And that would be Scorpio, because Scorpio is about, when Scorpio is at, that energy is at its best. That energy is, the state of being is like being able to unite people, have fairness and all that, like really educating people, like really Scorpio energy is either about conquering and dividing, or on the good side, it can be about uniting. And Scorpio, don't ever forget, Scorpio has a stinger. So if, when the justice comes in, it's going to sting some people. And so this could be a sting. I'm not sure what, I think a sting would be like when something has been under investigation for a really long time, and then they send a bunch of FBI agents out or whatever, and they do a sting. But I've seen it in the movies, but I don't really know what that exactly means. I'll have to look it up. Okay, so I hope you're enjoying this reading. It's just it's a different type of reading, and if you do like and comment, it helps build my channel. I'm sort of enmeshed in this energy. I'm just playing with my cards for my oracle here right now, just getting into this energy, and I just feel like, okay, we're going to get some clarity here now. So I'm using Tales from the Vector, and it's an oracle that I started back in 2007, and it's courtesy of the Intergalactic Federation of Light, and that's the energy. Oh, yeah, here's the card that is coming in, and to clarify the justice is destruction. Okay, so this is about progress and motion is not progress for everyone. Really interesting. So this is about, it's a tactic. But I'm going to just finish saying, but that's how my oracle cards are. They kind of jump out sometimes. And as I get into the energy of the cards that are all right here to clarify it, I was just going to say I have numbers on the cards here, and they represent the paintings on my website, talesfromthevector.com, TAILS, and you can go there and look up the paintings. I'm just in the process right now of gathering information, so because I plan to bring my oracle out. I finished the last painting in 2020, and there were 64 of them, and they were some very big dragons with crystals and all sorts of fun stuff. And so now I've had them out and about, but never I have never had a full deck, and I'm gathering the information together so I can bring it out, and this is for the book that will go with it. And so you can find in the description box below, I will have them the numbers listed in the order that the cards appeared. Okay, so now I feel like the energy is more like, okay, let's go. Okay, so this is about tactics of destruction, sometimes just for the sake of it, or sometimes to cover something up or hide it. And then we have Gemini energy, and that's what this full moon is. So, and Gemini is ruled by Mercury, which is also talking about the retrograde. And I feel like it's again talking more about the energy of the retrograde. Like, this isn't about actual people, I don't get, especially when I'm doing a general reading like this. I find when the zodiac cards come up, it's more about the energy that sign imbibes, and it is the state of being and the stage of life. So this energy is from, like, Mercury is in retrograde, as I said, and that quite often brings up the past. That's the energy I feel like we're in. So it may seem like, oh, this went on and on and on and on and on and on for generations, maybe even, and nothing was ever done. Why would something be done now? And then all of a sudden, bang, and it just seems like overnight. That's that 360 energy I'm talking about. And it's confirming it. And so the full moon is on the 4th. And what's interesting also is we have a lot of Sagittarius energy right here. And the Sagittarius and Gemini face each other on the astral chart. And it's kind of like the moon, the full moon, and the new moon, and the sun. Like, sun represents God, shining light on the situation. And the new moon represents kind of the new energy coming in back. That would have been on November 20th-ish. That would be on the cusp of when the energy went from Scorpio into Sagittarius energy. That's what it's talking about. So, okay, I'm getting it. I was just like getting so much information at once. So here we have abuse of power. So this judicial figure could have abused their power. There could have been other judicial figures that abused their power, and now that's coming to light. And that energy is going to be righted. Doesn't mean it's this emperor that did it, because this one is sitting on spirituality and like being secrets, though, that have come out and stuff. So this emperor has been involved, which would be really sad, because an emperor is someone that everybody is looking up to for truth and justice, the wisdom. Or this emperor, I feel like it's more like this emperor is in charge here and is righting this wrong. And because of the Scorpio, the stinger, that there's some sort of a sting going on, like in the movies. And yeah, it's just interesting. And I think that sometimes if there's a scam, they call that a sting. Wasn't there a movie years and years ago, and it was about, was it called The Sting? I can't remember. It'll come to me. Anyway, the death of this energy is the transition is here. This is a new cycle now. And then we have disruption. So yeah, what's fun for some is not fun for everyone. And it's interesting because people, when they think about disruption of plans, disruption of energy, you think about, an act of God, or like a hurricane or a flood, or some sort of weather, or there's some sort of war broke out, that kind of disruption. But there's also the disruption of the holiday season. And that's what I'm picking up here. Like, think about it. When we go into the holiday season, a lot of people, it disrupts their work life. It disrupts their normal, everyday, daily routines. And that's what this is talking about. And we're sitting right on the, right in the middle of the week. Like, this is Friday that I'm doing this on, so it'll come out in a few days. Because I want to get it out before December 4th, a few days before at least. And it's talk like this is Thanksgiving weekend in the United States. And if I remember correctly, there was something that happened in Washington, and unfortunately, and prayers to the family, one of the agents, 2 agents were injured, and I think one passed away at the hospital, and she was young. So it's that kind of energy, I feel like. Disruption of, like, that's a total insult to the energy of Thanksgiving, you know. And so that's just the kind of energy I'm picking up right now. And we have pride, and this is another karmic space. So this is about this kind of, I feel like what's happening is this energy, because this is sitting on the victory, that someone's pride is going to be restored, and that abuse of power is going to be looked after. I feel like this emperor is going to make sure justice comes through. And then we have Taurus energy. And so Taurus energy is talking about that give and take. And, you know, toddlers, this energy is about the earth. And so, like, I feel like because this is kind of spirituality and humanity and righting wrongs in spirituality and humanity, and now it's happening in the give and take. It's happening on the earth, bringing that court session from the spiritual realm down onto the physical earth. It's kind of, this can represent the energy of God himself stepping in and saying, justice is here now. And when that happens, generally it's justice for a large group of people. And then we have surrender. So this is too big for anyone else. I'm getting that this energy is like coming in from the ancestors also, because this is my psychic cleanse. So quite often, if there's energy from passed on loved ones coming through, quite often you'll feel it. It'll get cold because the energy is from a different dimension, basically coming through. And that quite often can happen when people are meditating or in prayer like that. And we have covering this energy, the magician. So it's an energetic upgrade. I feel like whatever's happening here has been a long time coming. And maybe some people thought, oh, justice will never be served, but it's going to be. And that's kind of coming from a spiritual realm. And whatever happens here on earth happens first in the spiritual realm. So that's what the energy is saying. It's already happening on the spiritual realm. The Empress is the generator. So it's saying like this Queen of Pentacles has become like the Empress now, like just able to generate this energy because she doesn't just go after money for the sake of it. She uses money to better her life, the people in her family, whatever's life, and also it's a win for the entire universe. And then we have the energy of, and we've got the Emperor here and the Empress, and they're both like at the beginning and the end of the external dynamics and boundaries. So the Empress and the Emperor are working together now to make sure that this money gets back into the right hands where it belongs. And then we have jealousy coming in here. So this quite sometimes, like that's the energy, right? Like this sibling rivalry, jealousy. That's the energy I was picking up. So this isn't like, it's not like good-hearted celebration. It's more like a celebration of thinking they got away with something. Or it can be, we are celebrating now, but we can't even look at each other because it's just such a mess, right? It's just, whatever happened was just not right. And keeping in mind that if you consider the planet as one big family, we're all siblings, right? So superstar is coming in on the fulfillment, and that's restoring harmony. And so this is a circular energy, and it's speaking again like a circle. You could draw a circle forever, because you start drawing a circle, you just keep going, and there's no end to a circle. The circle represents no beginning, no end. So it's like this has been going on and on and on, but now it's coming to, like, the truth is coming out, and it'll keep going on. That's why I have a circle here. So this energy, it never really truly ends, because this will bring up more energy, and the more energy you put into justice, then there's going to be even more justice coming out. That's what it's saying. And we are, that's the energy we're moving. We're moving out of an old cycle, because 2025 adds up to 9, and that's the end of a cycle, and we're moving into 2026, and that's a new cycle, and that's a 10, and the 10 broken down, 1 plus 0 equals 1, and that represents new beginnings. And that's the kind of energy that have been coming in. That's why I thought I'm going to do these astrological readings now. I was going to start doing them in January, but it feels like, no, like this is really important for people to realize. A lot of the old ways and the old injustices and all of that energy, it's really disruptive, and it can feel really like uncomfortable, because it's like it's ending cycles and beginning new ones, and we're all having to kind of learn how to adapt to it. But this is like the energy that we're moving into is from, like, we're beginning a one cycle. So we're going to go through all that again to get to like the energy of 2025, right? And look at, there's 2025 and there's 2026. Yeah, there's going to be more harmony in 2026. That's good. And the energy of the heart chakra, so like the energy of the world. I like this. I just noticed that. That's 2025, 2026. The fulfillment, the harmony as we move into a new year. Cool. Then we have the Tower. And so in my oracle, Tower is divorce. And the worst divorce is from Source. And so I just feel like, something's going to happen. It's going to be on the news. It's going to be public in some way. It could be really big news, and all these other little events that are happening building up to it. Because it's interesting, because we are right now starting the holiday season. Like Thanksgiving is a huge holiday for people in the United States. And then there's, the Christmas season, and then there's the New Year, and there's like, right, isn't it today, it's Friday, it's Black Friday energy also? Yeah, okay, so all of this is starting, okay, this is what it's about. It's about the bigger energy of what we're moving into from one year to the other. Thank you, Scorpio, for bringing this up. Uniting is what you do best. This is the energy of the Hermit, safe travels. So this is about, yes, as I say thank you to the Scorpio energy, it's just a big thank you for the enlightenment, of, okay, this isn't about a family, this isn't about individuals, this is about the energy that we're moving into as we leave 2025 and we go into 2026. And it's saying that the best way to deal with this energy is to have gratitude for what you do have and appreciate it. You may have noticed that when you have the Fool, and the Fool is the 0 card. This is the 0 point, but you notice 0 is nothing. But if you have a few more zeros added on your bank statement to the numbers before the decimal, it can be quite a lot of money. That's what it's saying. And so the Hermit has gone up to the top of the mountain and brought down the information. And it's just saying safe travels. Really, this is a really cool. This is typical Scorpio style. You gotta love it, right? It's about going deep down and then See, I was doing my best to unite everybody. I like it. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed it too. And I will be doing another reading for you, Scorpio, for the mid-month, so the mid-month of December. If you've enjoyed this reading, please do like and comment, and consider subscribing if you resonate with the energy of the channel. I'd love to see more of you here. I will be back at the mid-month mark. Bye for now.